Дагестан — это то место, где много спортсменов, где много конкуренции. У нас как бы залы переполненными детьми, в вечернее время взрослыми.
The much-hyped Magomed Ankalaev from Dagestan, Russia.
He's a scary individual, just the way that he fights. It's almost like his opponent's irrelevant.
This man is absolutely terrifying, and he is championship material if ever there was.
Magomed Ankalaev for so long has been considered to be the next guy. He looks like a champion. He's on the doorsteps now.
Ankalaev has been talking mad trash.
He said, "You just signed your death certificate. I'm going to punish you for ducking me, and I'm going to make you look like a guy who works in a tire shop." What is Pereira showing these guys that they can't shoot on?
It's the fear of the consequence.
Okay.
Oh, he hurt him!
Massive left leg the round for Ankalaev.
Really good round for the challenger.
That was a big left hand he landed at the end of the round.
Dá pra você matar isso pegando direto por dentro. Muita maior disciplina, inteligência.
Ankalaev controlling this round. Pereira looks like he's fading a bit.
Yep.
Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev go the full 25 minutes.
Very close fight.
Слава мне передать. Я так долго шел, и вот моя мечта на мне.
And you can be sure Alex Pereira will be back in a big spot.
Fight fans, get ready. The light heavyweight throne is once again on the line. Alex Pereira, the man who rose from kickboxing superstardom to UFC gold, versus Magomed Ankalaev, the Dagestani powerhouse whose grinding style has broken opponents time and time again.
It's a good fight. I believe it'll be a lot more competitive than the first time around. I believe Alex is a smart fighter. I believe he does make good adjustments. He's always grinding. He's always working. The same can be said for Ankalaev. Ankalaev is a grinder. He's a very gamed opponent, but I believe it's all going to come down to adjustments that Alex makes. The important thing is on Alex to make adjustments, and we're going to see if he can make them.
Their first battle left fans divided, questioning who the true king at 205 really is. And now, we finally get answers.
Is it too late for Alex? Or can Alex Pereira at this age still recapture what made him such a lightning bolt of energy and positivity in mixed martial arts?
First off, I think he's got a style that limits or that actually helps him in terms of his age. He doesn't move his feet a lot, he doesn't wrestle a lot, and he's just got power the guy is running into. So he's not putting a lot of wear and tear on his body in training probably, and he definitely doesn't put a lot of wear and tear on his body during fights.
Alex Pereira is one of the most dangerous strikers the UFC has ever seen. Precision, power, and composure, all wrapped into a 6'4" frame with the left hook of death.
I could be wrong on this. I was very surprised, actually, that Dana's leaning towards a rematch.
Yeah, rematch happening. I could see him doing that because he's looking for a knockout. As a promoter, you're looking for a knockout. You can see that in Dana. I thought it'd be a lot more wrestling. But it wasn't a knockout.
He's not just knocking opponents out, he's changing careers. From Israel Adesanya to Yuri Prochazka, Pereira's striking has carved a path of destruction. But standing across from him is a nightmare matchup, Magomed Ankalaev. A master of Sambo, Ankalaev combines wrestling, top control, and sneaky striking. He doesn't need flash, he breaks you. He drags you into deep waters, suffocates your space, and makes every round a grind.
We were talking about how exciting the Ankalaev and Pereira fight was, even though people didn't like it because it wasn't like some crazy result, a giant knockout like you get in most Pereira fights, but it was so technical. And Ankalaev just did a fantastic job of shutting down the scariest guy in the division.
Yeah. And the psychological aspect of it, of just, he made him back up and second guess himself.
Yeah.
And, you can't just do that by being aggressive. You can't, you really got to get in there and you got to hurt him a little bit. You just have to put that on him. And it was amazing to watch. I thought it was a great fight.
If Pereira is a sniper, Ankalaev is a tank. In their first clash, we saw a war of styles. Pereira looked dangerous every time the fight stayed on the feet, landing clean shots and threatening that infamous left hook. But Ankalaev's wrestling neutralized much of Pereira's offense. pinning him against the cage, grinding in the clinch, and dragging him down. Judges were split, fans were furious, and the fight ended in controversy. Both men left with questions, but no closure.
We all agree UFC wants Pereira to win, right? Like, are they praying for him to win?
I don't know about praying, but they want him to win.
It'd be much better for business, right?
If he clips Ankalaev at some point, Dana's going to perk up a little bit for sure.
So what does Pereira bring into the rematch? Number one, elite striking. His timing, accuracy, and power are unmatched at 205. Number two, championship mentality. He's been in wars, he's tasted adversity, and he thrives under pressure. But his weaknesses remain clear. His takedown defense has holes, and his ground game is still developing. Against Ankalaev, one mistake could mean minutes stuck under the Russian juggernaut.
Magomed Ankalaev hasn't lost a fight in 7 years, and finally he can call himself the best in the world.
Yeah, his UFC debut, he got caught by Paul Craig in a fight that he was winning. He got caught in a triangle from one of the best guard players in the sport, and now he's the UFC light heavyweight champion of the world against the most devastating champion we've seen in years. I mean, it's really an impressive performance by Ankalaev. He did everything he had to do. He pressured him on the feet. He showed that Pereira has a harder time fighting off the back foot, and he did what had to be done.
Ankalaev's strengths: grappling control, chain wrestling, and suffocating pace. His ability to nullify strikers has made him one of the toughest puzzles at light heavyweight. But Ankalaev isn't flawless. He's been criticized for being too cautious, for playing it safe, and for sometimes letting fights slip away by not pushing the pace.
I think the threat that Ankalaev brings in, him being a southpaw, him controlling the range really well, and him just with the threat of the takedowns. Even in the first fight, we didn't really see him really go for the takedowns too much, but I think just the threat being there, I think stylistically, he's a bad matchup for Pereira, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does it again.
Against a killer like Pereira, hesitation could be fatal. The adjustments are clear. Pereira needs to shore up his takedown defense, keep the fight in striking range, and use his devastating leg kicks to slow Ankalaev down. Ankalaev, on the other hand, must avoid Pereira's traps on the feet, pressure early, and drag the champ into the deep waters of grappling exchanges. This rematch isn't just about the belt, it's about legacy. If Pereira wins, he cements himself as one of the greatest combat sports champions of all time, conquering yet another dangerous challenger. If Ankalaev wins, he dethrones the king, proves the critics wrong, and ushers in a new era of Dagestani dominance at 205. Striker versus grappler, precision versus pressure, the sniper versus the tank. Alex Pereira, Magomed Ankalaev, Part 2. This time, there will be no questions, only answers, only glory, and only one undisputed champion. Who takes it? The assassin with the left hook of death, or the relentless Dagestani mauler? October history will be written inside the Octagon.